Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cash Cut, and I know a lot of you people been wondering. A lot of y'all been wondering, man. Like, Cash, what's up with the content? Like, where is it at? Like, where's the music videos? Where's the interviews? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Listen, guys, this video is to explain to you guys why there will be no more music videos and there will be no more interviews. But I mean, you guys already read the title, so you should already know. But basically, guys, let me just tell you guys how I ended up starting shooting music videos. So 6 years ago is when I originally started, and how I started was I was just watching music videos one day. I've never picked up a camera before. I was just watching music videos one day. It was a Jerry PhD video. Hurish Pablo on Master Sensei. I probably watched that video like 15 times. And then just throughout me watching that video, I'm like, damn, I feel like I could do this, you know? Like, I feel like it's not really hard, but I feel like I could do this, you know? And one thing about me, I'm somebody that's real ambitious, you know? I set a lot of high standards for myself, a lot of goals for myself, and I get inspired easily up to the point where somebody can tell me an idea, I'm like, boom, let's jump on it right now, let's do it. Like, so that's the type of person I was. So within me watching that video, 30, 40 minutes later, I go to Best Buy. I go to the first employee I see. I'm like, what's the best camera for photo and video? And then I think he had recommended me like a Canon Rebel 100D. It was like $500, $600 with the lens. But I was cool. I was like, damn. First of all, I was like, damn, 500, 600, shit. For my first camera, I really didn't want to do it. But I was like, but in that moment, I was just so inspired. Like, I already seen myself as Jerry PhD, you know? So I ended up just buying it, and luckily I had a friend like 2-3 blocks away that was rapping at the time. So like that same week we went ahead and shot a music video, and I think I edited that video on Sony Vegas 11, like something I used to edit like gaming videos on. I was editing on there. So I'll actually show you guys a little bit of the video. It's not good, but it was my first video ever.
Breaking off a fucking Kit Kat. Y'all silly float, y'all rip rap. Only mellow niggas get the drift, man. Twisting up a fucking split, man. Run my angles like my tracks is dissing. You think you funny, ain't nobody laughing. If it's crunch time, call me the captain.
And then, like I said, I just ran up to the first person I knew that made music, and I'm like, boom, let's do this. And then we did it like that same day. So that was that. I didn't even know how to use a camera at the time. I think I was on auto the whole time. But I didn't care. You know, I fell in love with shooting. Editing was hard for me, but I fell in love with editing, you know, piecing things back together, piecing the video back together. I fell in love with that. And then after that video, it was just full speed ahead, you know, like. And at that time, I wasn't doing anything but, you know, working a job, and I was going to college at the time, so I was doing a couple classes. But other than that, it was just working school. Like, so I was literally in a little, I guess you could call it the rat race. I was in the rat race for a little minute. Luckily, I found my way out with this camera. After that first video, I think my second video, I only charged somebody like $40. That video really like inspired me to go full-fledged and keep going. And why was that? Because the artist was nice, the song was nice, the artist had an entourage, so when I pulled up to the shoot, it felt like, you know, he had the support around him, the team, he had a manager, he had a designer, he had everybody around him. His name is Eric Twist, E-Twist, you guys can look it up. I still got the video on my page to this day, E-Twist. And yeah, after that video, I just went full-fledged because we had got the support from his entourage and everything. So I'm like, man, I really want to do this. So with me having those 2 videos, it wasn't enough to show people. People weren't really believing in me off of those 2 videos. So those are 2 videos I ever shot in my life. So what I did to, you know, build my portfolio up a little bit more is I went and took a flight back to my home in New York, and you know, I shot for a whole bunch of my friends. My homie Todd Benji Finesse, Hank Dollars, Dirty Water Ja. Like, I came back home and then I shot for all these people, and then once I came back to Texas, I had like 5 videos plus the 2 that I already shot. So it's like I had me a little category to show people. So with that little catalog, you know, I started building my business from there. And, you know, eventually it got to the point where, you know, I was shooting so much, shooting and traveling so much, where I ended up leaving my job. So I was full-time off music videos for a little minute, but I was doing other things to get money at the same time, just because I wasn't shooting videos every day, you know? So I do like little side jobs like Skipcart, Instacart, you know, Uber Eats and things like that. Cause I really didn't want to go back to working a job, man. Like I already seen my vision of being a full-time videographer, and you know, like I said, one thing about me is I just go with it, you know. So where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so fast forward into about, let's say about 4 years later, because I've been doing this for 6 years. 4 years later, you know, I just started to, you know, slowly fall out of love with music videos. Just basically because a lot of the artists that I worked with, they weren't serious. You know, like, we'll shoot and they'll post their song one time and post the video one time and then that's it. Or we'll shoot and, you know, nothing at the shoot will go my way. I'll come with a whole notebook of ideas, scenes, like I'll literally write everything out. I'll listen to the song about 100 times, write out, boom, from 1 minute to 1 minute 20 seconds, we're gonna do this. From 1 minute 20 seconds to 1 minute 30 seconds, we're gonna do this. And things like that. But it was a whole different story when I actually pulled up to the set, because the artist had a whole different thing in mind. And, you know, it was just a lot of disappointments, you know. I really felt like my creativity wasn't being pushed. And I can be honest with you guys, like, I really just tolerated videos. I would say like my last year and a half of shooting music videos, it was up to the point where I just tolerated it just because I needed the money, you know? So, you know, like I said, a lot of my shoots didn't go as planned, and I know a lot aren't gonna go as planned, but when every shoot doesn't go as planned, I'm talking about waiting hours for people's extras to come, waiting for a whole nother artist to come that doesn't come, waiting on unpaid vixens. You know, an unpaid video vixen is not coming. Waiting on unpaid video vixens, switching up locations last minute, and then a lot of artists, like, if things weren't going our way during the day, I was willing to work with artists and be like, let's shoot on a different day just so we can have this location, or just so we can have these people. But a lot of artists were like, no, let's do it right now. Like right now, let's go to my homie's kitchen and do it. And like I said, a lot of the videos I shot I didn't like, but a lot of the videos that I did like, very few. I'm gonna be honest, like very few. And I can honestly say, you know, as an upcoming videographer, you know, a local videographer, you're going to be dealing with local rappers, you know, people with not so big of a fan base, maybe not a fan base at all. And you guys got to understand, like, and one thing I didn't understand at the time, but I know now is, as a videographer, you're getting paid for this. So it's like, you're automatically thinking about your business. You're automatically, you know, in that professional mind state because you're getting paid for this. But as the artist, someone who's paying you, and you know, most of these artists don't get paid off their music, so it's like they're not gonna take it as serious as you, you know, until they see some type of bread, some type of money, some type of income is when they'll start taking it serious. But 9 times out of 10, artists are not gonna take you serious, are not gonna take the video serious. My bad. So I mean, it was just a lot of disappointments over the years. But I can honestly say, like, everybody I worked with, you know, and connected with, and you know, if you ever felt like a true, genuine relationship, then yeah, that's what it was. Like, that's really what it was. Like, I really gave everybody me. Like, I didn't fake myself around nobody, none of these artists. I never dick rode any artist. Like, even Lil TJ, I did Lil TJ's interview, and 3 months later, after he blows up, he called me telling me to delete the interview, just because he didn't like how he looked. But I'm like, come on, bro, this is your first interview ever. Like, I interviewed you before Vlad, before all these other companies. I pretty much, like, gave people your story before all these other platforms did. And I mean, he didn't repost the interview. He didn't do anything. He actually blocked me on Instagram. I guess because people were telling him to tell me to delete it. So he actually blocked me on Instagram just because I would tag him in the interview. And I don't know, bro. Lil TJ is weird, bro. Lil TJ is weird. But other than that, let's damn, where was I? Yeah, so let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to about a year and a half ago. All right, so about a year and a half ago, I had my son, and you know, music videos were not gonna cut it because I'm literally charging like $250, $300 for music videos, and you know, that's just what music videos were worth in my city. Like, you know, I'm shooting music videos for $250, $300, but I'm competing with people that are doing it for $100, and you know, doing way more stuff than me, but you know, overworking themselves for $100. So it's like I'm not gonna compete in an oversaturated market, an undervalued market. So like I said, I slowly fell out of love with the music videos, and a year ago, my now mentor, his name is Eric. You know, he needed help shooting a wedding, and you know, I tagged along, and you know, after that day, man, like I said, I'm somebody that gets inspired easily. So after that day, you know, was really after that day, I decided I'm never shooting videos again. And why? Because of that is because, you know, just because everything flows. Like when you're shooting a wedding, it's all on schedule. Like you have the whole schedule there. You know what's going on. Like, so you know where to set your shots up. You know where the couple is gonna be. You know this time this starts ceremony, this starts reception, and all of that. So it's like you have everything planned out right there. And you know, the location that we pulled up to was dope, yo. It was a dope venue. It was in Austin. It was in Dripping Springs, Texas. If you know Dripping Springs, that's like a pretty wealthy area. They had a greenhouse in the venue, guys, and the couple got married in the greenhouse. Like, if I have some video, I'll show you guys, but I don't think I'll do it anymore because it was so long ago. But yeah, just pretty much after that, I went full-fledged into the wedding game, and I fell in love with weddings. And why I fell in love with weddings is because it started making me feel like a real businessman, like this was really a business. And why I say that is because when you're dealing with weddings, like first off, weddings, videography, photography, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Like I've seen photographers charge anywhere from minimum, you know, $1,500 to fucking $5,000. So, you know, right there, you know, you're getting way more money than you would off a music video. But it's so much more than just the money that goes with it. It's the booking process, you know, sitting down with couples, having them sign contracts, hiring other people, and meeting families, and you know, feeling like family for that day, for that part of the day. And you know, I just fell in love with that whole thing. I think my first wedding that I booked, I actually sat down with the couple at a restaurant. You know, showed them my catalog, showed them our website. We talked over contracts, we talked over everything, and like we really got to know each other to the point where I really felt like I know this couple, like we're friends. So yeah, I fell in love with that portion. My son wants to say hi. Say hi. Kyrie. This is the reason why I changed. This is the reason why I switched up everything. Alright, go play. Go play. Go play. Alright, so yeah, back to what I was saying. The whole process of, you know, booking weddings, getting a website, contracts, payment plans, hiring other people, you know, it really had me feeling like a businessman. And especially the fact that I had to pull up dressed up, you know, like I'm the type of person I like to dress up. You know, I like to be on my spiffy, elegantness. So, you know, I love the fact that I get to dress up and, you know, be comfortable and shoot and look good. And, you know, I just started feeling professional all around. But let me tell y'all something though. I don't just shoot weddings. Like, I'm also a photographer. I do events. Like I said in my last video, I'm working on converting my garage into like a full-fledged studio. So once that is done, I'm going to be doing way more photo shoots, way more tutorials, way more things like this. Because, when I had started videography, I also wanted to be a YouTuber. And I just felt like, you know, music videos, like the whole editing music videos would take me so long that I wouldn't have time to, you know, really do what I want. Like stuff like this. Like I wouldn't have time to do what I want. So yeah, guys, that's really why I made the switch from, you know, music videos and interviews to weddings. I just feel like longevity. I'm always looking at longevity. I feel like weddings are definitely longevity. Why? Because, you know, you could become somebody's forever photographer. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, you know, it could start off like you're shooting couples photos, all right, and then they end up having an engagement, all right, and then they have a wedding, all right, and then they have kids, and then they have families. So it's like you're building off of so many different situations, which is why I feel like, you know, not only just being a wedding photographer, but working with couples, families, and things like that is really a long-term thing. Because it's like, I've worked with people, I've done photo shoots for people that, you know, I've done photo shoots for when I first started, you know, years ago. Like, so, you know, the fact that you can also not just keep building with a family, but watch the progression, like for instance, one of my now friends, his name is O'Shea. First time I met him, I did his son's Easter photos. And now, fast forward to now, I've done real estate for him. I've done family events for him. I've done his baby shower. He had another kid. I did her photos. I just did her birthday party the other day. And it's gonna keep going from there, you know, like that's my friend. So it's like I already know he's gonna keep calling me for every birthday, every event, because like we're locked in, because, you know, we solidified that relationship. And that's another reason why I like working with families and stuff, because you solidify a relationship and become a family photographer, videographer. So I really didn't want to make this video too long for you guys. But like I said, I'm definitely gonna get back into YouTube, definitely gonna get back into, you know, tutorials, speaking to the camera, and, you know, giving you guys information, because a lot of you guys do have questions for me on Instagram, social media, and things like that, but I just can't answer every question, so I'd rather answer it in a video, just where everybody could come to one video for that answer, you know? So, other than that, man, the only thing I gotta say to you guys is follow your heart, follow your dream, you know? It's okay to fall out of love with something, but if that's your passion, find another lane within your passion. Like, one thing about, you know, having a camera, it's so many different lanes I could jump into. Like, if I lose the love for weddings, I could go jump into real estate. I could go work for businesses and things like that. It's so many different lanes, which is why I'm so happy I made this decision to pick up this camera 6 years ago, guys. Like, it's been 6 years, and, you know, I've got so much just off of this camera. Like, I'm in a house now. I'm paying mortgage. We have 2 cars. Like I said, I have my son, and he's good, and I'm home with him every day. So, like, the fact that I could, you know, be a full-time dad, be a full-time videographer, and, you know, really just wake up and do whatever I want to do. Like, I seen this happening 6 years ago, guys. So, like, literally, I seen this happening 6 years ago. Really didn't think it would take this long, but, you know, it's all about consistency. But other than that, I don't regret nothing. And to all the artists that I worked with and interviewed and shot for, it's no love lost for you guys, alright? You guys definitely helped me become the person I am today. And you guys not only helped me, you know, feed my vision, but, you know, feed myself, feed my family, and, you know, really helped me become the person I am today. So, with that being said, man, I just want to thank everybody from my viewers. I know my views have been going down tremendously, but I'm not tripping on that. You know, I'm not tripping on that, because at the end of the day, like, I'm still gonna push out content and do what I want to do. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate all the artists I worked with. I appreciate all my clients I worked with, from photo shoots to weddings to events to, you know, just plain old just birthday parties. Like, I appreciate you guys, and you guys definitely helped me become the person I am today, and helped me build this channel to where it is today. So I couldn't do this without you guys, and it's not like I'm saying, oh, fuck you guys. you know, sometimes you just gotta know when it's time to grow and move on to something else. And I'm gonna just leave it at that, y'all. It's been your boy Cash Cut. I'm out. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.